On this day in history, September 5th, the Great Fire of London, which raged for 4 days, started in a bakery on Pudding Lane and quickly spread due to strong winds and wooden structures. The fire destroyed a significant portion of the city, including 87 churches and numerous public buildings, but it also led to the reconstruction of London with improved building regulations. Despite the massive destruction, the relatively low death toll of 8 is attributed to the slow, smoldering nature of the fire and the early evacuation of residents. During the First Continental Congress held at Carpenter's Hall in Philadelphia, representatives from 12 of the 13 American colonies came together to respond to the British imposition of the coercive acts. They agreed to a trade embargo, known as the Continental Association, to pressure Britain by ceasing imports and exports. This action marked a unified colonial response against British policies and laid the groundwork for the eventual declaration of independence. King George I issued a proclamation offering a pardon to pirates who surrendered within a year, as part of an effort to curb rampant piracy in the West Indies and along the American coast. This offer, reissued in 1718, was known as the King's Pardon and sought to weaken pirate strongholds by encouraging them to accept royal clemency. The proclamation had a mixed impact, with some notorious pirates like Blackbeard initially taking advantage of the pardon, only to return to piracy later. The Battle of the Chesapeake, also known as the Battle of the Virginia Capes, was a pivotal naval engagement between the French fleet under Admiral Comte de Grasse and the British fleet led by Admiral Thomas Graves. The French victory on September 5, 1781, prevented British forces from relieving General Cornwallis's army trapped at Yorktown. This defeat directly led to the British surrender at Yorktown, effectively ending the Revolutionary War and securing American independence. On September 5, 1839, tensions between the British Empire and the Qing dynasty over the opium trade escalated into the First Opium War. The conflict arose after Chinese authorities seized and destroyed a large quantity of British opium, leading to a military response from Britain. The war marked the beginning of a series of conflicts that resulted in China's century of humiliation, with the Treaty of Nanking in 1842 forcing China to cede Hong Kong to Britain and open several ports to foreign trade. On September 5, 1905, the Treaty of Portsmouth was signed, ending the Russo-Japanese War, a conflict over imperial ambitions in East Asia. Negotiated in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, with U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt acting as mediator, the treaty recognized Japan's dominance in Korea and its gains in Manchuria and South Sakhalin. Roosevelt's successful mediation earned him the Nobel Peace Prize, marking a significant moment in U.S. diplomacy and Japan's emergence as a global power. On September 5, 1915, Tsar Nicholas II of Russia made the fateful decision to take personal command of his nation's military forces during World War I. This move, intended to bolster Russian morale amid heavy losses, was largely symbolic and proved disastrous. It left the Tsar directly responsible for military failures, further eroding his already precarious position, and contributed to the unrest that eventually led to the Russian Revolution. On September 5, 1934, American aviator Wiley Post, flying at high altitude near Chicago, became the first person to observe and document the presence of the jet stream. Post's discovery, made while testing his pressure suit during solo flights, revealed a high-speed air current that could significantly impact aviation. Post's observations were a pioneering step in understanding upper atmosphere dynamics. On September 5, 1950, Gerald Finzi's choral setting of William Wordsworth's poem Intimations of Immortality was performed for the first time at the Three Choirs Festival in Gloucester Cathedral, England. The piece, which reflects on themes of memory, loss, and the passage of time, was conducted by Herbert Sumption with Eric Green as the solo tenor. This performance marked a significant moment in British choral music, showcasing Finzi's ability to blend poetry and music into a deeply emotional experience. On September 5, 1958, the first successful color video recording on magnetic tape was demonstrated in Charlotte, North Carolina. This breakthrough in television technology, developed by RCA, paved the way for the widespread adoption of color television in the following decades. The ability to record and play back color video was a significant advancement that revolutionized the television industry, enhancing the viewing experience and leading to the gradual transition from black and white to color broadcasts. On September 5, 1961, the United States commenced a series of underground nuclear tests at the Nevada test site. This marked a shift from atmospheric testing due to growing concerns about radioactive fallout and its impact on human health and the environment. The move to underground testing was part of a broader effort during the Cold War to maintain nuclear deterrence while minimizing environmental and geopolitical risks, ultimately leading to the Partial Test Ban Treaty in 1963, which banned all but underground nuclear tests. On September 5, 1976, Jim Henson's beloved television program, The Muppet Show, made its debut, featuring a variety of puppets and sketches. The show, which quickly became a cultural phenomenon, introduced characters such as Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy to a global audience, blending humor, music, and satire. Mia Farrow appeared as the guest star on the premiere episode, setting the stage for a series that would become iconic in children's and family entertainment. On September 5, 2017, Hurricane Irma intensified into the most powerful hurricane ever recorded in the Atlantic Basin, with maximum sustained winds reaching 185 miles per hour, 280 kilometers per hour. The storm's unprecedented strength and extensive impact led to severe damage across the Caribbean and the southeastern United States. Irma's record-breaking intensity underscored the increasing severity of hurricanes linked to climate change, prompting widespread emergency responses and recovery efforts. On September 5, 2023, American singer Joe Jonas filed for divorce from British actress Sophie Turner in Miami, Florida, after 4 years of marriage. The couple, who had been married since 2019 and have 2 children together, cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for their separation. The filing came after months of speculation about their relationship, marking the end of a high-profile celebrity marriage. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more historical insights and updates, and see you tomorrow.